Imagine this for a second. Deep, deep beneath the ocean's surface, a huge shift in military strategy is quietly taking shape. We're talking about India building a new kind of weapon, one that combines absolutely blistering speed with the ultimate in stealth, a submarine. This is the story of the next-gen BrahMos, and believe me, it's poised to completely redefine power in the seas. Right, so this is the core problem, isn't it? It's the puzzle that military planners are always trying to solve. How do you mix distance, stealth, and just overwhelming force? Well, the answer India is cooking up could change the whole strategic landscape in the region. So let's get into it and break down exactly how this all works. Okay, before we jump into the future, we have to understand the here and now. And that foundation is the BrahMos missile. You can think of it as a supersonic workhorse, and it's been the star player in India's arsenal for years. To really get where this is all going, you first gotta appreciate what makes the original so darn effective. Mach 3. Just let that number sink in. 3 times the speed of sound. Now, what's so important to understand is that the missile's biggest advantage isn't just its payload, it's that sheer, raw speed. It's traveling at roughly 1 kilometer every single second. That gives enemy defenses practically zero time to react. No wonder it's one of the hardest cruise missiles on Earth to intercept. So here's the bottom line. A supersonic cruise missile uses its incredible speed as both a weapon and a shield. By the time an enemy even detects it, it's often way too late to do anything about it. This one concept is really the key to understanding why the BrahMos is such a massive deal. But hitting Mach 3 was really just the start. The next big evolution is already happening. It's an upgrade called the BrahMos ER, and that ER stands for Extended Range. And this isn't some small adjustment. We're talking about a fundamental boost to the missile's strategic punch. And wow, this really puts the scale of that upgrade into perspective, doesn't it? We're going from 290 kilometers all the way up to a massive 800 kilometers. That's nearly triple the range. This leap pretty much takes the missile from being a tactical weapon to a truly strategic one, something that can influence a much, much larger area. So what does all that extra range actually get you? Well, it gets you access. Access to the kind of high-value targets that used to be out of reach. Think command centers, major supply hubs, or critical infrastructure deep inside enemy territory. All of these can now be hit from a much safer distance, which keeps your own ships, planes, and launchers out of danger. And now we get to the biggest evolution of all. You see, launching from land or air is one thing, but launching a supersonic missile from the quiet, unseen depths of the ocean, well, that is a whole other level of strategic power. Now, the idea itself isn't brand new. A successful test was actually done almost a decade ago, but there was a huge technical problem. India's submarines at the time just weren't built to launch a missile this big. They were missing a really critical piece of technology. And the solution to that problem is coming. It's the new Project 77 nuclear-powered attack submarines. Now, these aren't just any subs. They are being designed from the keel up with this very mission in mind. They're literally the key that unlocks this entire underwater arsenal. That missing piece of the puzzle I mentioned, it's the vertical launch system, or VLS. So don't think of it like a torpedo tube firing out the front. Instead, picture a grid of missile cells built right into the sub, pointing straight up. This lets a sub carry way more missiles, of different kinds, and fire them off really fast. It totally transforms the submarine from a ship hunter into a stealthy underwater strike platform. These Project 77 subs are going to be the absolute backbone of this new strategy. As nuclear-powered attack subs, or SSNs, they can basically stay submerged and on station indefinitely. And with those custom-built VLS cells, they'll be the perfect delivery system for India's next generation of underwater weapons. So this all leads us to the bigger picture, the overall strategy. Because the goal isn't just to have one type of super powerful missile. The real genius here is creating a flexible arsenal, a toolkit where you have the perfect weapon for any mission you can think of. This quote really nails it. The magic words here are operational flexibility. It's not about choosing between speed or range. It's about having both options ready to go depending on what the situation calls for. And you can see that flexibility broken down right here. You've got the BrahMos for those fast smash-and-grab strikes where every second counts. Then alongside it, you'll have slower, stealthier subsonic missiles. They're cheaper and have an even crazier range. We're talking over 2,000 kilometers. It's like having a sprinter and a marathon runner on the same team. And if you look even further down the road, the next big thing is hypersonic weapons, missiles flying at Mach 5 or more. And while India's defense research is definitely looking into it, the incredible cost and technical challenges mean that, for now, this potent mix of supersonic and subsonic missiles is going to be the core of the underwater strategy. So where does that leave us? Well, what we're seeing is a versatile, long-range, and incredibly stealthy strike force, moving from the drawing board into reality. When you combine the raw, shocking speed of a BrahMos with the absolute secrecy of a nuclear submarine, well, that creates a powerful new way to project force. This tech will, without a doubt, change the strategic math in the region. The only question left is, how?